So come sitting up nice and tall. Ground down through your sitting bones. Find a tall, comfortable seat. And the invitation here is to close your eyes down or just gaze softly down at the tip of your nose or at your mat. As you ground down through your sitting bones, just begin to notice your breath. So tuning into the coming and going of the breath allows our nervous system to settle into the present moment. It helps us to start to let go of the outside world, the things that pull us out of our center. It allows us to drop into a grounded state. So in this moment, just notice where you are, notice where your nervous system is. Notice if it feels activated or unsettled, or like you have a busy mind and it's hard to slow down. Or notice if you feel lack of energy, unmotivated. Notice if you feel both. Notice if you feel somewhere in the middle. So not too overactive in the mind, not too sluggish, but something just right in the middle. Then wherever you are, just allow yourself to be exactly where you are, knowing that wherever you are is exactly where you are meant to be in this moment in time. And in this practice, we're not trying to change or fix anything. We're allowing things to simply just be as they are. And allowing the nervous system to move from a state of discomfort or dis-ease into a state of calmness or a state of inner peace. Do this by noticing the breath. So the yoga practice is all about the breath. The breath is the most important tool in the practice. And when we focus on the breath, we start to let go of all of these unconscious things that we cling to at a deep unconscious level. And it allows our nervous system to settle into what's called the present moment, where things feel easy or easier. Things feel more relaxed here. So as you ground down into your sitting bones, just notice if it feels a little easier to sit up a little taller or straighter, or find the natural rhythm of your breath. And again, just allowing yourself to be wherever you are in this moment, no matter where you are. Just notice if it feels just even the slightest bit easier to relax, or if your body feels even the slightest bit more relaxed. Notice where that lives in your body. Today we are going to be focusing on a sense of letting go. So a sense of letting go of these deep unconscious programs that keep us stuck in cycles or patterns of fight, flight, or freeze. And the idea is to help you to arrive into a state of stillness or a state of calmness where you can easily drop your attention. So sometimes when the mind feels chaotic, when the body hangs on to tension, it can feel uncomfortable to tune into the body. So notice if that's you today in this moment. It can feel uncomfortable to tune into sensation that doesn't feel good. And sometimes that sensation can cover our entire body and make us not want to be in our bodies. And that's totally normal. It happens. So the practice here is to let go of all of that underlying tension, that emotional distress that we hang on to so deeply, release that so that we can arrive into a state of deep inner calmness. And I'm going to guide you through a practice today that includes some breath work and a meditation at the end, where hopefully it will allow you to guide your attention into a deeper state of ease. So to begin our practice today, we'll open up with 3 ohms. So please bring your hands to your heart space. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Om. 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 As you're ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And we'll come onto all fours. So coming into tabletop here. Place your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and we're just going to move through some cat-cows. So as you inhale, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze. As you exhale, press down through your palms, round through your upper back, tuck your tailbone, tuck your chin. Inhale, coming forward through cow, tailbone lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale as you arch the upper back. Good, and just start to move through some of these on your own. Just allowing the breath to be fluid, to notice the articulation of the spine as you breathe in and out. Let's do a few more. Good, and then we'll come back to neutral tabletop. Curl your toes under, come into downward facing dog. So lifting the hips up and back, take a few moments here to settle into the pose. So maybe that means you walk the feet out, maybe you wiggle the hips. Just notice what your body wants to do and how it wants to move. Start to settle into stillness. So just stilling the body, breathing mindfully, inhaling to the count of 4 and exhaling to the count of 4. And just start to notice your breath as you breathe here. Anytime throughout, as we hold downward facing dog, you're welcome to drop to your knees at any time, just to give you another option. And then we'll walk the big toes to touch. As you inhale, slowly stretch your right leg high to the sky. And you want to dial the right hip down so that all 5 toes are pointing towards the mat. And then you're stretching through your right heel like you're pressing that right foot against the back wall. So your right kneecap lifts and that right quad engages. And we're just breathing in for 4 and breathing out for 4. Again, if you need to drop to that left knee, you can do that. Listen to your body. And then bend your knee, open up your hip, stack your right hip on top of your left, and try to kick your right heel to your right glute. Just smooth, steady breaths here. Notice if you're collapsing in that left shoulder, and just lift that left shoulder up to square the shoulders. Smooth breaths in, smooth breaths out. Inhale as you bring that right leg back to center. As you exhale, step your right foot in between your hands and spin your left heel down so that your toes are at a 30-degree angle. And then press down through your right foot, reach your arms up to the sky. Come into warrior one. So here your outer right hip is tugging back. You're planting down through that right big toe mound, little toe mound center of the heel, and you're rooting through that back foot, so the outer edge of that back foot. Then you soften the shoulders down the back. And then reach your arms out in front of you. Bend your fingers back so that your thumbs are extended. And we're going to pull that left elbow back. So that left elbow is in line with the left shoulder. You want to keep sinking into that right knee. And we're going to move into breath of fire here. So breath of fire is equal part inhale, exhale. As you exhale, the breath out is a forceful exhale, and you draw your navel in towards your spine. Okay? So gaze is just over that right thumb. And then we'll begin breath of fire here. So you're breathing in and out of your nose. As you exhale, the navel draws back in towards the spine. You can pretend, another way I like to teach this, if you pretend like you're a dog panting, and then close your mouth. So the exhale just naturally draws the belly in towards the spine, and it creates this kind of pumping action with the belly. Good, and then take a deep breath in through your nose. When you get to the top of the inhale, pause, lift the pelvic floor, squeeze your low belly and gaze just over your thumb. And as you exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. And take a few deep breaths here. Notice what feels different in your body. Smooth inhales, smooth exhales, tuning into the breath, tuning into the body. We'll do the other side. So walking your big toes into touch. Inhale, slowly stretch your left leg high. Again, dial the left hip down so that all five toes point towards the earth. And you're stretching through that left heel like you're planting that left foot on the back wall. And that left kneecap engages to engage the left quad. And you're just breathing in for 4, breathing out for 4. And you can always drop to that right knee if you need a little support. Stay with the breath. On your next exhale, bend your knee, open up your hip. Stack your left hip on top of your right. Again, notice that right shoulder. If it's sagging, just lift it up. Smooth breaths. Breathing in and out of that left hip. Stretching that left leg back to center. Step your left foot in between your hands. Spin the back heel down. Rise into warrior one. So again, that that right foot is at a 30-degree angle. You're rooting down through that outer right foot. That right leg is like an anchor. And you're pressing down through that left big toe mound, little toe mound center of the heel. So your entire lower body is rooted down. Smooth the breath out here. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Concentrate on the breath. Then reach your arms out in front of you, bend the fingers back so that your thumbs are extended, and pull that right elbow back. And we'll come into breath of fire here. So as you're ready, you can begin. Gaze is just over that left thumb. Again, the navel makes this pumping action. What we're doing here is we're starting to flush out the system. So we tend to carry a lot of unresolved emotion, stored stress at our navel center, which can disrupt the functioning of our gut. And so when we breathe in this way, it's like we're energetically cleansing all of these things that we consciously or unconsciously cling to, that's held deep within our body, deep within these tissues in our body. So it's a practice of letting go, letting all this stuff go, so that we can feel more present, more calm in our bodies and in our nervous system. Good. Take a deep breath in through your nose. When you get to the top, pause, lift the pelvic floor, hug the low belly in, squeeze your navel in, just gaze over that left thumb. And then exhale, release. Plant your hands down on the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. And just take a few rounds of breath here. Again, tuning into the body. Noticing what feels different, what feels better, what feels good inside. If you're having any difficulty connecting to what feels good, just feel into your feet. Feel into the palms of your hands. And just breathe deeply into what's touching the earth. Bottom of your next exhale, gaze forward, slowly walk to the top of your space. We'll come into a standing forward fold. So reach for opposite elbows. Let the crown of your head hang heavy. And just take some deep, slow breaths here. And releasing your hands down to the mat. As you inhale, bring your hands to your shins, come into a halfway lift, extend the crown of your head long, reach through the back of your neck. As you exhale, fold. Pressing down through your feet, sweep your arms up to the sky. Inhale. Then exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. And we'll flow through some sun salutations. So inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, dive forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, breathing into 4. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step back into high plank. Take a breath in high plank. As you exhale, lower to your knees, come down onto your belly. Inhale, 4 counts, come into cobra pose. And then exhale, lower, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths here. Just breathing in and out of the nose, coming back to our 4 count. Inhale and exhale. Inviting the nervous system to slow down so that we can arrive into the parasympathetic state where things feel easy, things feel grounded, things feel calm, less chaotic, more at peace. So we're inviting this into our nervous system. We're creating this sense of peace and spaciousness within by slowing down our breath in this way. The bottom of your next exhale, gaze forward, walk to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, press down through your feet. Sweep your arms up to the sky, drawing the tailbone down, thighs forward. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. And again, inhale, sweep your arms up, following the breath. 4 counts in. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step it back. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower to your knees, drop onto your belly. Untuck the toes, inhale, cobra. Lightly pressing down through the palms, hug the elbows in, reach your collarbones forward as your big toes stretch back. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths. Just Feeling your body breathe here. Smooth inhales, smooth exhales. The bottom of your next exhale, gaze forward, walk to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Inhale, press down through your feet. Sweep your arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good, we'll do one more of those. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, diving forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step it back. Take a breath in. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths. Just feeling your body breathe here. The bottom of your next exhale, gaze forward, walk to the top of your space. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good, we'll move through some sun B's. So inhale, chair pose, sink your hips. Bring the weight into the backs of your heels. Tailbone is slightly tucked under. Relax the shoulders down, stretch through the fingertips. Take an inhale. Then exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot behind you, lower to your right knee. Tug the outer left hip back, right hip forward, untuck the back toes. Inhale as you sweep your arms up to the sky. And as you exhale, maybe you sink into that left knee. Smooth your breath out here. Relax the shoulders down the back as you reach up through the fingertips, elongating through the sideways. Inhaling for 4. And exhaling for 4. Good. Slowly lower your hands down to the mat. Curl your back toes under. Step back into high plank. Take a breath in. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths. The bottom of your next exhale, step your right foot forward in between your hands, drop to your left knee, outer right hip dials back. Inhale, press down through the right foot, sweep your arms up to the sky. As you exhale, maybe you sink into that right knee. Good, smooth your breath out here. Good, take another inhale. Exhale, release your hands down to the earth. Step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky, drawing the tailbone down, belly in. Exhale, hands arrive at the heart. Good, we'll do the other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Follow the breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your left foot behind you. Drop to your left knee. Outer right hip tugs back. Inhale, sweep the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, sink into that right knee. Relax the shoulders. Notice if you're collapsing in the low back, just soften the rib cage under, reach up through your fingertips, find the breath. Good. On your next exhale, release your hands down, step it back, take a breath in. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 to 5 breaths. The bottom of your next exhale, step your left foot forward in between the hands, drop to your right knee, outer left hip tugs back. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale as you sink into that left knee. Smooth your breath out. Good. On your next exhale, release your hands down, step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Press down through the feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, we'll do that again. One breath to one movement this time. So inhale, chair pose. Think 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Exhale, standing forward fold. Nice, easy, slow breath. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step your right foot behind you, drop to that right knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up, tug that outer left hip back. Exhale, float your hands down, step it back, lower down, chaturanga or all the way to the earth. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. The bottom of your next exhale, step your right foot forward, drop to that left knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, float the hands down, step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold, nice and slow and controlled. Press down through the feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Other side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step your left foot behind you. Drop to that left knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, float the hands down. Step it back, lower down, chaturanga or all the way to the mat. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, drop to your right knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Exhale, float your hands down, step it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, fold. Press down through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a moment here to close your eyes down. Pressing down through both feet, rooting down through the big toe mound, little toe mound, center of the heel. Feel all 4 corners of the feet press down. Smooth out your breath. Good, and then slowly open your eyes. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale as you dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step it back, downward facing dog. Smooth and steady your breath. So take a moment here to just breathe, to allow your nervous system to settle. Take some deep, slow breaths into the back of your heart, back of the rib cage, lower back. Good. On your next inhale, slowly stretch your right leg high to the sky. As you exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. So we're coming into a low lunge. Spin the back heel down. As you inhale, we'll rise into warrior one. So planting down through the feet here, really feel the base of your legs press down. We're going to open up into warrior two. So front heel intersects the back arch. You can also do the heel to heel alignment. Right knee is stacking over the right ankle, pressing open towards the second toe. And your hips are over the shoulders. Shoulders relax down the back as you gaze down the right middle finger. And then you're just smoothing and steadying your breath. We're going to come into eagle arm. So wrap your right arm underneath your left. Bring your right fingertips to the inside of your left palm. As if this is too much, you can bring the backs of your palms together, or you can also grab your shoulders. Okay? So we're going to bring the arms to the center of our body, center of our chest. And then draw the shoulders back as you press the elbows away and reach the fingertips up. You should feel a nice stretch in the shoulders here. Then as you inhale, we're going to reach the fingertips up and back like we're coming into a back bend. And then exhale, bring the elbows back in line with the heart space. Okay, so again, inhale, reach the fingertips up and back just to your level today. Then exhale, elbows back to heart. Good. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, go ahead and unravel the arms. We're going to step our back foot forward, coming to the top of our space. Now coming into dancer's pose. So here you'll want to shift the weight into your left foot, reach your left arm up to the sky. Then bend your right knee, reach for the inside of that right foot, and then bring your knees into parallel. And here you might like to place a soft bend in that left knee for stability. Plant down through that left foot, and as you inhale, slowly kick into your hand, your right hand, as you kick up and back. And then your hips want to be square to the front. As you stretch through the fingertips, keep kicking back with that right foot up and back, and then just breathe into your heart. Just a few breaths here. Good, and then slowly you can start to bring that right knee back to center. Release the foot down. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky. Exhale as you dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step it back. Option to flow through a vinyasa. You may also like to skip it and just come into downward facing dog. Taking a moment to pause here. Again, you can drop to your knees at any time. Just notice what feels a little more clear. And we'll go to the other side. Inhale, left leg slowly lifts. Exhale as you step your left foot in between your hands, spin your back heel down. Press down through both feet, reach your arms up to the sky. Come into warrior one. Rooting down through that outer right foot, press down through that left big toe mound, little toe mound center of the heel. So you're really pressing down again. Then we're going to open up into Warrior Two. So front knee is stacked over that front ankle, pressing open towards the second toe. Shoulders over the hips. Relax the shoulders away from the ears as you stretch through the fingertips. And then sink into that left knee. Feel into that left hip. And then just smooth and steady your breath here. Coming into our eagle arm. So wrapping your left arm underneath your right, bringing your left fingertips to the inside of that right palm. Again, you can also do the backs of the hands or just grab your shoulders. Draw the shoulders back as you press the elbows away and reach the fingertips up. Keep sinking into that front knee. You should feel a nice stretch through the shoulders here, and just take a few breaths. And as you inhale, lift the fingertips up and back, lifting the elbows, coming into a little back bend. And exhale as you float the elbows back towards the heart. Good, we'll do that again. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Good, go ahead and unravel the arms. Come back into Warrior Two. And then we'll step that right foot forward. Coming into dancers on this side, so you'll shift the weight into your right foot, reach your right arm up to the sky, bend your left knee, reach for the inside of that left foot, bring your knees into parallel, and then as you inhale, slowly kick into that left hand with the left foot as you kick up and back and stretch your fingertips. You want to level out the hips here so they're parallel, and then just smooth out your breath here. You can place a soft bend in that right knee for balance, pressing down through that right foot. And then inhale, slowly come on up. We'll take a moment here. You can shake it out if you need to, shake out the feet. Inhale, stretch your arms up to the sky. Exhale as you dive forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Plant your hands, step it back to a high plank position. And this time we'll lower all the way down to the mat. So coming into Shalabhasana here, reach your arms back, palms face the earth, tops of the feet on the mat. And then as you inhale, lift up through the chest, reach the fingertips towards the heels, lift the feet off the mat, firm through the glutes. Breathe into your heart. Smooth inhales to the count of 4, smooth exhales to the count of 4. Good, and then slowly release down. We'll take a little pause here. So coming into crocodile pose, stack your right hand on top of your left, release the forehead on the back of the palm. And take some deep breaths into your low back. Slowly, we'll flip over onto our back. Setting up for bridge pose. So walking the heels in towards the glutes, reach down, see if you can touch the backs of the heels. If you can't, just bring the heels in closer to the glutes. And then as you inhale, press down through the feet, lift the hips off the mat. An option to stay here. If you like, you can walk the shoulders underneath, interlace the fingers, press the pinkies down to the earth. You might also like to find a block here and slide it underneath the low back for a more restorative pose. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Smooth the breath out. And then slowly lower the hips down. Walk the knees into touch. Bring the feet to the outside edges of your mat. One hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Just giving yourself a moment here to tune in, to slow down, smooth the breath out. Breathe into your hearts. And hug your knees in towards your chest. Stretch your left leg long. Hug your right knee in towards your right armpit. And then gently guide the right knee over the torso, over to the left. If you like, you can shift your hips over to the right a little bit and just let that right knee drop. You might also like to find a bolster underneath that right knee for support or a block. And then just soften that right shoulder to the earth. Breathe into your low belly, just loosening, softening any excess tension or stress that we carry there. Allowing the whole body to surrender. Hug your right knee back in towards your right armpit. Give yourself another good squeeze. And we'll switch it out. So left knee hugs in, right leg extends. And then as you're ready, draw that left knee over. You can shift your hips to the left. Relax the left shoulder down. And then again, breathing into your low belly. Hug your left knee back in. We'll release into our final resting pose, Shavasana. So just let your arms and legs take up some space. guide you through a relaxation practice. So bring your attention to your feet, soles of your feet. And as you inhale, watch the breath rise from the soles of the feet to the crown of the head on the inhale. And on the exhale, from the crown of the head to the soles of your feet. And just keep watching your breath move from the soles of the feet to the crown on the inhale, and on the exhale back down to the feet. Now from the backs of the knees up to the crown of the head and back down to the backs of the knees. Sweeping the breath. From the base of the spine up to the crown of the head and back down to the base of the spine. The breath. From your navel center up to the crown of the head and back down to the navel center. From your heart center up to the crown and back down to the heart. And from the throat center up to the crown and back down to the throat. Third eye up to the crown and back down to the third eye. Release the breath practice and just let yourself be and receive in this pose. Noticing what you're aware of in your body, in the stillness. And then as you're ready, you can slowly start to invite in movement in your body. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Keeping with this silence, this state of stillness inside, go ahead and roll over onto one side. And press yourself up into a seat. And you can find your way onto a cushion or a block or blanket. We're going to do a little breath practice here. So grounding through your seat, you can close your eyes down or just gaze at the tip of your nose or at the mat. Your right hand, bend your index and middle finger down. So you have your right thumb and your right ring finger handy. We're going to inhale through both nostrils. And plug the right, exhale forcefully through the left. Inhale passively through the left. Exhale forcefully through the left. Soft inhale through the left. Strong exhale through the left. Good. Inhale through both. And exhale through both. And we'll just take 3 rounds of breath here. Pay attention to the tip of the left nostril. And we'll do the other side. So inhaling through both. Plug the left, exhale strong through the right. Passive inhale through the right. Strong exhale through right. One more inhale. Strong exhale. Release. Bring your attention to the right nostril. Paying particular attention to any pranic sensitivity there. We'll do a similar practice. This time we're going to inhale forcefully and exhale forcefully. So first we'll breathe in through both. Plug your right nostril, exhale strongly through the left. Strong inhale through the left. Strong exhale through the left. One more. exhale through both. Bring your attention to your left nostril. Noticing any pranic sensitivity at the tip of the left nostril. The same thing other side. So inhale through both. Plug left, exhale forcefully through the right. Inhale through the right, forcefully. Exhale through the right. Inhale forcefully. And exhale. Inhale. And then exhale softly through both. Good. Bring your attention to the tip of your right nostril. Again, noticing any pranic sensitivity at the tip of the right nostril. And shift your attention into both nostrils, so the tip of both nostrils. Just watch the breath flow in and out of the nose. Start to become aware of any lightness of being. Creativity coming through. Any spaciousness, lightness, peacefulness, easefulness, calmness, relaxation in the body. Shift your attention into what feels good about your experience in this moment. Let your attention rest here. Noticing what you're aware of. When you're ready, we'll bring our hands to our heart center. We'll close with one Om. So please take a deep breath in. Om. Namaste.